Thank you very much, fellow Kenyans. Today we are here and we are ready to talk about the new funding model. We all know, Kenyans, what we go through, what our parents go through, what various parents from different constituencies go through, struggling day and night, waking up very early in the morning to try to make both ends meet. This nation, even affording 3 meals in a day is a problem. 85% of Kenyans are in poverty, live in extreme poverty. Going to an extent of increasing university fees with the new university funding model is completely uncalled for, and it is destroying the lives of our children, our brothers and sisters in various universities. Right now, so many of our students haven't reported to universities, so many will not report to universities, and so many will drop out of universities because of lack of fees. They don't have money that they shall pay. I'm calling upon all student leaders in this country, all students from first year to fourth year, first year to fifth year in engineering, first year to the sixth year in as medical students. I'm calling upon all the students in this country, both university students and college students, to unite and fight this draconian new university funding model. Set up a date. We talk of tarehe 9 mwezi wa 9 2024. Let all comrades come out with an intention to demonstrate in fighting this dark spirit, the negative spirit of the new university funding model. The government must be taught a lesson once and for all so that the students can go to school. Thank you.
Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since William Ruto ascended to power, he has faced many demonstrations and protests against his policies, begging the question whether to blame the people who are advising President William Samoei Ruto, or it is William Ruto who listens to himself. I remember at some point the former Attorney General, J.B. Muturi, complained that his pieces of advice are falling on deaf ears. And in those demonstrations, William Ruto has actually soiled his hands in blood because people have lost their lives. The latest bone of contention today is the JKA saga, the deal between Kenya and Adani group of companies. And one thing I don't understand about William Ruto is, why does he think that single-handedly and unilaterally he believes he has the monopoly of knowledge? Because when you realize that you are doing something and many experts are complaining about it, then you need to stop and think twice. We've heard and seen stories about countries that rejected Adani deal. Now we are being told that they are targeting some land near JKIA. The other thing that has rocked Ruto's boat is the new funding model, the university funding model. He came up with this model, and we could excuse him for trying to do away with Uhuru policies. Maybe he meant well. But then once you've tried this and it is not working, don't you think it is time to retreat? Because in this funding model, it has been found out that the people who are implementing the very deal do not have proper structures, they don't have the statistics of parents' income, because they are being categorized according to what they feel is the level of their income. Now, people have tried talking about this, they have engaged several stakeholders, but as usual, William Ruto has remained obstinate and very adamant. The other day, there was a town hall meeting. People like Onyonka, expressed their feelings. But this has fallen in deaf ears. So today, 2 universities have called for demonstration to compel William Ruto to listen to them, because it seems the only language that William Ruto listens to is demonstrations. This is coming against the backdrop of just recent demonstrations by Gen Zs that claimed very many lives. Now, I want us to read two letters from two different universities. One is from the Jomo Kenyatta University of Science and Technology, and this letter was written on 6th of September. That was yesterday. We are not going to read the whole of it, but it simply says, to all JQuest students, referent that the date from Chairperson JKUSA, that is the students' leader, Jomo Kenyatta University student leader. And the letterhead is, or the subject, is the urgent call to action, demonstration against new funding models on Monday, 9th September 2024. Tisa tisa, because it will be on 9th of September. Tarehe tisa mwezi wa tisa. So, Kenyans have got history of Sabasaba, Nanan, and all those, because it was during the Sabasaba when people were fighting for the second liberation, found their strength as they met at Uhuru Park. So, it is written to comrades. It's a long letter there. Now, another letter here is from Moi University, and this one now is addressed to the OCS Eldoret, as the constitution mandates every Kenyan who wants to demonstrate to notify the police. And this one, I'm not going to read the whole of it, but it states, Officer Commanding Station, and Dear Sir or Madam, re-notification of planned student demonstrations. And it starts by saying, I hope this letter finds you in good health. I'm writing to inform you of the and it's signed there by Vincent Tarus, and it is addressed to the OCS. Now, basically, we don't want to see demonstrations, because even as we speak today, courtesy of the demonstrations by the Gen Zs, very many people were killed, others were maimed. To date, there are students who have never been found, or some youths have never been found. I still feel, and I hear the voice of Denzel saying, Mr. Speaker, I'm here to address you, and all that. He's no more. The Inspector General is a man who has disregarded court orders because there are people who are missing, and he's needed to shed light on where these people are. There are a lot of kidnappings in the country. And therefore, when I hear something about demonstrations, I fear for my beloved country, because we have a government that will always shed blood. My worry is this, ladies and gentlemen. What is so difficult for William Ruto to listen to experts? It was something that they were trying, and I think they wanted to see the results. Why can't Ruto just accept that, yes, it was in a trial or initial steps, and so we have seen the results and we work along to make it better? Or what is so difficult in just getting people back to what people are used to? Because you will realize that people will go to the streets, and after they go to the streets, people are going to be killed. Then maybe he's going to succumb after we've lost many lives. He should be protecting our students. If you see every demonstration that people have undertaken in this country, you will realize that the IMF hand is in those demonstrations from Ruto's side. Let's take, for example, when the Azimio went to the street for the first time, that they wanted electoral justice and the cost of living to come down. What had happened is that the IMF had compelled William Ruto to remove all the subsidies that were there during Uhuru Kenyatta, and then they raised William Ruto raised taxes thereby increasing the prices of basic commodities. So as people went to the street, it was the IMF. When people went to the street again to compel William Ruto to abandon the Finance Bill 2023, the IMF was there because it contained something to do with increasing the levy on fuel and petroleum products. It was IMF. Now, it pained me when I was reading an article that there could be another hidden hand from these Bretton Woods institutions. They want to ensure that they see an illiterate Africa. As they have always believed that Africa is a dark continent, they want to ensure that they interfere with our education system so that in the next few years we will have a generation that have got substandard education. You know, when people are not educated, when they are not exposed, it is easy to colonize them. And that is exactly what they want. They are calculating in the next 10, 20, 50 years, they want to see a nation that is messed up. And if you want to mess up a generation, just mess with the education system. The new funding model is a scam. The capitation fee is not getting into schools. Last year, we had problems with the exam, and it was painful. We were told that they had to change the printer, the company that prints our education papers or the exam papers, simply because they wanted kickback. So there is a deliberate effort to ruin the education center.